All right, today we're going to be doing the Coros Fitness Challenge. So the Coros Fitness Challenge is a challenge that the app gives you a predictor based off of your best efforts, but you can do the race predictor fitness challenge to kind of dial it in and kind of see where you are. For the sub 125 build that that I'm in right now that I want to do, I kind of wanted to see where I am, and just recently the app actually took me down. So you see here, the app, it showed me at like a 93.3 and then it dropped me down to like a 92.1 or something. It lowered my half marathon estimated time from like a 123 to like a 124 and some change, and then my marathon went from like a 256 to like a 257. So not a big change, nothing too crazy, but I kind of want to see where I am. My wife did sign me up for that half marathon in February, so the Greenville Swamp Rabbit one. So that's what we're gonna do. Currently we're at the Green Line Swamp Rabbit Trail extension. It's a slight upgrade or incline at 0.3. It's a 3.9 mile. I plan on doing the fitness test when I start here, and then by the time I get to the paperclip, which is like the uphill, that'll be all. The rest of the loop will just be flat. So the fitness test, going into it really quick, is a 5-minute warm-up, then 25 minutes at a pretty hard pace. You run the 25 minutes, and then it throws you into a 3 minutes even faster. After that 3 minutes, you go even faster. So we'll get dialed in to see how quick we can actually run, and I'm excited to see. I think that it'll actually decrease my fitness, because I think that the app is a little bit too optimistic, but I mean, you never know. So weekly recap really quick. This week I think I've done, I don't know, 20, not even that many miles. I did 5.6 miles on Tuesday at a 6:49 pace. Thursday I did 9.1 miles at a 8:33 pace. Friday I did 3.5 miles at a 7:44 pace. That was at Orange Theory. Saturday I did 2 miles at a 9:59 pace, and I just ran 1 mile just for like a little bit of a loosen up for a warm up. So let's get into this fitness test. So we are back at home. I got done with the Coros Fitness Test, and we're gonna jump into some of the data that it found. So we're gonna start out with the activity, the actual test that it took. So the fitness test was today. It was 5.87 miles, 41 minutes at an average pace of 6:51. So let's jump in there and see what it shows us. It just reverted back my threshold pace to a 6:15 again. There was very little in the predictors of time. I think it may have only predicted like a second or two off for the 5K and the 10K. And I think it lowered my estimation for my half down by maybe 30 seconds. And it also dropped down the marathon distance, I think maybe a minute, if that. But going into the specific workout, so we were running along for the 5-minute 5-minute warm-up. We then jumped into the paces that the Coros set for me on the watch. It said anywhere from a 7:15 to a 6:34 pace. So a lot of this time I felt like I was teetering on the 6:33. My watch would ding saying, hey, you need to slow down. And I wanted to run faster. I actually, when the watch wanted me to provide my most recent 10K, I provided a sub 40 minute. Now I've never ran that, but in training last Sunday, if you watch last Sunday's video, I ran a 42:40 in a 10K and I wasn't trying to run a 10K. So I definitely think I could run a 40-minute 10K if it really needed to. The reason why I did that is I set it originally at a sub 43-minute 10K, but then it only wanted me to run like a 7:55 to a 7:15, and I just didn't think that that was going to be helpful for what I wanted to see in the data. So pretty much the 25-minute block of running steady was very simple. I don't know if it gives me my heart rate data here. Let's see if it gives me heart rate. Okay, here we go. So heart rate data was hovering at a 175, I would say, maybe for the average of that time. Yeah, so maybe a 175. Let's see if we can add an elevation. Okay, here we go. It was not as flat as I thought it was going to be. Specifically, I think I said in the video it was a 0.3 grade, but I mean, you see all this downhill. Now, it's only 70 feet of elevation. It didn't feel like it because it was so long, but once I got out of the 25-minute test 1, it then threw me into test 2, running at a 6:34 to a 5:54 pace. I think I wanted to say I hovered around like a 6:15, 6:20, just for the 3 minutes that I was in here. And this is all uphill. So if you look at the elevation, it was straight uphill the entire time. After that 3 minutes, it then threw me into an even faster 3 minutes of a 5:54 to a 5:30 pace. And if you look at this, elevation change goes from 971 to almost a 997. That was a bridge, and it crushed me. I could not get lower than a 6-minute pace in that spot. I just couldn't do it. I was hurting to get to that pace. I mean, I kind of kept pace within the whole block, not really, but I did the best I could. And then immediately I just kind of took a 10-second, 15-second break. Let's see how long it tells me to gather myself. Maybe we'll just say from 6:36 to, yeah, probably about 35 seconds of just standing still and trying to catch my breath because I was hurting. But it was a great workout. Let me see if I can go back to my predictors. Here we go, race predictors. So yeah, it really didn't change my predictions too much. So I have run a 5K faster than that. I ran an 18:25 last October. Like I said, I've never ran a 10K. It's been almost a year since I ran my last 10K race. The half marathon is currently set at a 1:24:16, and that is the goal going into this race in February on the 25th, I think it is. And then it bumped. Actually, it looks like it did bump down the marathon time, 2:54:52. I will take that. If I could actually run that, I would be pumped. Last marathon I did competitively, like in terms of trying to qualify for Boston, I completely bombed. But, you know, besides the point, I think I am a lot better than what I am going to be. Recovery is 59%. I have some time to, chill out and relax. I am going to go running tomorrow, but I will take it completely easy. It also predicts my lactate threshold heart rate to be a 179. I would technically, or I think it's 100% right. I know that once I get into the 180s, I I can't sustain whatever I'm running. It's just too hard. I cannot do it. Resting heart rate of 48, I don't think that's right. I'm thinking more of like a 51, 52. It did say on my watch that my max heart rate was a 201. I know it doesn't show it in this data, but these are actually, look, these are my personal run records. Let's go all time. Those are my personal run records if you're curious to look at them. A 1:30:58 was the half marathon distance after I got my Coros. I have run a 1:30:47. So I'm looking to shave off about 5 minutes of total time to try to run or almost 6 minutes actually, of total time to run under that 125 barrier. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment. If you're interested, like I said, I'm running with the Coros Pace 2. I wore my New Balance SE3 Elites, or whatever they're called, V3 New York City Marathon editions. So if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think I can improve on. If you have any suggestions, I appreciate it.